Your team sucks. We're live. We do this every Thursday, right around this time. How's everybody doing today? Gorilla, what's up, Gorilla George? How are you, brother?
I'm just trying to stay COVID free, man. I'm just trying to, keep the bug away.
You know what sucks? Is COVID. COVID sucks. They're effing with our football season now. We're looking to, now I think Jordan? They canceled the Sunday night game, or they postponed
it. They were gonna try to fit it in on Monday and Tuesday, but they ruled that out. So now it's a future date where it looks like they're gonna lose their bye week. They're gonna have to scramble bye weeks and lose their bye week.
So they're gonna lose their bye weeks. That includes Pittsburgh now is losing their bye week because of COVID. Now, what happens with the actual Titans players that had it? They just can't play?
They're just going to pluck them out like dirty fleas right out of there.
So, it's interesting to say, okay, so we're going to lose their bye week. What if those two teams don't have the same bye week? I mean,
they actually don't have the same bye week. The schedule is going to be shifted. You're going to see it shifted. You're going to see them. You're going to see at least a few weeks are going to be shifted around. They might have to add a week in. You're going to have to see some changes.
Yeah. So far, nothing shifted to the Sunday night game, though. So
listen. They can't. I don't think they can shift games because they have TV rights and things of that nature. You couldn't just take a game that is on Fox and now put it on NBC. It sucks. It really does suck, and I actually feel bad for the Titans fans. I'm sure they could go. Were there any notable names on the Titans that got COVID? Any big names?
I remember there was one linebacker starter, but not a big name. I don't remember who it was, to be honest.
All right, so this is basically backup players that were going out to the damn club and partying and having a good time, and then brought COVID back to the team. What's interesting is the team that they played, right? Who did they play? Who did they play? Anybody remember?
Minnesota.
So Minnesota didn't have any cases yet, right?
They actually got tested and everything came back negative.
That's really interesting because, these must have been backup players because obviously if you're going to freaking go toe-to-toe, y'all are spitting on each other, especially if they're offensive linemen. But, come on. It's football. It's full effing contact, and it's a highly, highly contagious disease. So, all right, so they're adjusting. That's good. At least they didn't shut down the whole damn season. That's good. That's positive. We're happy about that, right? Lukachi, how are you? What the hell's going on?
Nothing much. I'm doing good. Ready to talk about some football.
How about them Cowboys, Lukachi?
Hey, this is our year.
Oh, my God. Wow. You make it so easy for me, Luke. You just make it so easy.
Hey, Luke, Gordon, they're gonna make the playoffs, right? That's what we're talking about right now.
They're gonna make the playoffs.
Then they're in, right?
Yeah, they're in the AFC East. NFC East. Sorry, so they're definitely gonna make the playoffs. Jordan, how the hell are you, man?
Good. Yeah, I'm glad it's only one game canceled. They're starting to mess with football.
Man, I tell you what, if y'all missed our last show, you missed Jordan get all emotional and upset, which he doesn't do very often. He's not like me and George. George will just yell at you at every show that we have, but Jordan got upset. It was epic. So you got to go back and check that out. Luke never gets upset. He's just chilling because he lives in the delusional land of cowboy world. So he's always happy. Look at it. Luke, is the Cowboys going to win the Super Bowl? They going to win the Super Bowl, Luke?
I don't know about the Super Bowl, but we're going to get close.
Wow.
We're backtracking now.
It's an incremental backtracking, slowly backtracking from the beginning of the season.
I don't know why they couldn't give COVID to the Jets and the Broncos tonight if we had to skip a primetime game. And how the hell did the Jets and Broncos make primetime? What are the schedule
Thursday night football?
Every Thursday night game has been trashed this year. They're trying to kill us with Thursday night games. This one's the 0-3 bowl.
We're going to talk about
who's going to go away.
We're going to talk about the Toilet Bowl, which UWager has a really interesting thing going on for this game where you actually guess the score at UWager and you get $2,000. So we're going to take a crack at guessing the score ourselves in this broadcast as well. But first, I wanted to announce the winners of our comment contest that we had last Thursday. Congratulations to Kevin O'Brien. You get first place. We're going to post information onto the YTS Debaters Forum group. I hope you joined it, Kevin, because you need to join it in order to get paid. So Joseph Carmucci, am I saying that? Okay. Yeah. Carmucci, second place, $50. And then we got Timothy Michael, a little easier to pronounce. Timothy, third place. We're going to be doing these on the reg. And so congratulations to these guys. Their comments were pretty good. But with that said, we want to see y'all step it up for next time. But we're going to reach out to y'all via the YTS Debaters Forum. Look that up. Make sure that you join it. Kevin, Joseph, and Timothy. And we'll make sure that y'all get your prize. So congratulations. Now, you know who's not going to get a prize is the New York Jets. And when we posted this broadcast, we talked about that COVID sucks. But you know what sucks worse than COVID? The New York Jets suck. They're bad. And there is a pretty big rumor going around that if they lose this ball game tonight, that Adam Gase is done, that he's finished. So if I'm a Jet fan, I am really a Denver Bronco fan tonight. I am hoping that Denver comes in and just rolls the Jets, even though half of their starters are gone. Denver starters, that is. I really hope they do, because this will be typical Adam Gase. He's going to give you just enough glimmer of hope. He's going to beat a banged-up Bronco team, and he's going to keep his job, and they will continue to suck. So there's a lot going on with this game from this perspective. Coach could get fired, but UWager is offering a very, very cool deal. So I want to get your pick, Jordan, for the score of this game tonight, this Thursday night game. You got the Denver Broncos at the New York Jets. What's the score going to be, Jordan?
Well, I think there's going to be at least one safety. So really we're looking at like 5-3 maybe. What do you guys think?
So who wins?
Well, you've been talking about how the Jets have given up on their coach. And since that rumor is out there, if they really gave up on their coach, this is their chance to get rid of him, and they don't show up. Now we'll see if the Jets team is willing to rally around it and beat a particularly banged up and bad Denver Broncos team and try to save their coach's job. I don't think they will. I think the Broncos were actually pretty impressive despite all the injuries last week. I mean, impressive for a bottom 5 team, right? Good enough to beat the Jets, for sure.
What's the score, Jordan? Really 5-3? Is that really your pick?
5-3 Broncos. We got this.
Okay. So you got Jets 3, and you got the Broncos at 5. Okay. I would not recommend picking that score, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think that is the best pick.
Definitely go with the under.
Yeah. George, what you got?
I think I would take the Jets 16-13 in a field goal, wonderful, fantastic game.
That's a much more realistic score, I think. In fact, I think that is an educated guess, much better than Jordan's baseball score of 5-3, right? Luke, give me a score for 2 G's. Luke, if you nail it, you get 2 G's, Luke.
I'm going to go 10 Jets, Broncos 14.
That's not bad either. It's a pretty good score as well.
We're all loving the under here, by the way. Loving it.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't expect – I mean, you know, this is where the NFL is always unpredictable. You never know. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. They could light up the scoreboard. Sam Darnold goes off and you know, they score 7 touchdowns. You just never know. But I highly doubt that'll happen. So I'm going to say Jets 24, and I'm going to say Broncos 17. Actually, I'm going to change that. I'm going to say Jets 24, Broncos 21. It's going to be relatively close. But I think
the over right
a few more points. What's that?
Yeah, you picked
that's
the
over right there, over 41.5.
Yeah. I think that's
a low total.
They'll score a few more points than people think they will. So
there'll be more penalties.
If y'all are interested, Go check out You Wager, and it's a cool bet. It makes the game interesting. It makes the Toilet Bowl much, much more interesting because, I mean, it's like watching paint dry to watch the Jets. But if you want to be entertained, just look at Adam Gase on the sideline with his weak-ass beard, and his face starts to twitch when he gets nervous. That's entertaining unto itself. So the Jets suck, but they'll probably win this game tonight unless – they just tank to get rid of the coach, which it could happen. So I think we kind of already made our picks here for what we think. Jordan's got the Jets, Luke's got the Broncos. I've got the Jets, and I think George, you had who?
I had the Jets as well.
The Jets as well. So those are our picks for the Toilet Bowl. Luke, what's the next game? We're going to jump into all our picks here for the week. All right, this is an interesting one here. We got the crazy overrated Jacksonville Jaguars that after 2 weeks, everybody anointed them like they were going to be great. Dolphins rolled in and just spanked them 31-13, which nobody saw that coming. Oh, wait. I saw it coming. I actually called that game and said that was what's going to happen, right? So and then you got the Bengals, man, who haven't won a game yet, but they tied a game. They're making slow incremental progress over there in Cincinnati. You know, this is really interesting. I think I'm going to give this to the home team. I'm actually going to give this to the Cincinnati Bengals. I think they get their first win. I think they watch the tape of what Fitzmagic did, and I think the Bengals come out and they actually beat the Jacksonville Jaguars at home. George, who you got here?
I think it's going to be a tough game. I'm really not going to pick anybody, to be honest with you. I have a cute little stat for you. The first round pick in the last 3 years has been the quarterback, and they've had a tie before a win. Every one of them had a tie before a win. I think it's probably never happened before. Even I don't remember ties before last year. When were the ties before last year? I don't remember them, to be honest with you. I think last year was the beginning of the ties, and now we're seeing them all the time. I think if you have to play, you play the Bengals and lay the points, but stay away from this game.
Gordon?
That is an interesting stat about the ties, and we're going to see more and more ties, even though, you know, ties are un-American. But, I love the Bengals here. I just think this is the spot where Joe Burrow gets his first win. He's been quite good, actually, in 2 losses and a tie so far, and I like him to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he's the better quarterback.
Luke?
I think this is going to be a very relatively close game, probably win by a touchdown. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one to the Bengals. I thought they are going to come out on top.
All right, next game we got the LA Chargers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a good ball game. This is in Tampa. Wow. Chargers are getting 7 points. I personally, I think that may be too many points. I know the rookie kid didn't do as good last week as he did when he was kind of thrown into the lineup, but I think this is a relatively close game. I think it's probably a 6-point game, so I'm taking the Chargers here. George?
I definitely going to take the Chargers here. I think it's going to be a fun game to watch. The receivers are talking shit on Snapchat or Instagram. It's going to be interesting to see who has more receptions, but I definitely take the Chargers here. +7 is a bargain.
Your boy Tom Brady, Jordan. What's up?
No, I love the Bucs here. I actually really like this pick. I'm not worried about the points. They're hitting their stride. It's not even about Tom Brady or all those weapons and him starting to get Gronk involved. It's about that defense. That defense is mean. I think they may end the season as the number 1 defense in the NFL, and they're just starting to roll. I am not concerned about a really banged up Chargers squad.
Luke?
I'm going to go ahead and agree with Jordan on this one. I was about to say the Patriots. The Buccaneers are going to come out on top. Brady is about to have a very good game. Of course, Mike Evans is about to go up.
Keep in mind, Leonard Fournette's probably not going to play in this game, so you're going to get a heavy dose of Jones.
All right. What's next, Luke? Minnesota Vikings versus the 0-3 Houston Texans. And as a Dolphin fan, I have to point something out real quick. The Dolphins have the first and second round pick of the Houston Texans. So, and the Texans are 0-3 right now. The Dolphins may have absolutely made the deal of the century here if the Texans keep losing. However, I like the Texans in this game. They're at home. Minnesota has struggled really on both sides of the ball in many ways. I just think the Texans are due here. I don't like them to make the playoffs. I don't like them to do much of anything else. But I think when you have a team with that many vets and they're 0-3 and they're coming home, I just like the Texans here. George?
Yeah, I definitely like the Texans. I think I don't agree with you that they're not going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to go on a big run here. They went 0-3, but they played the three toughest teams in the league. I think they're going to go on a big run. I would play Houston here. This is definitely a bet for me in this game.
Jordan?
No, same thing. Give me Houston.
Lukaci.
I'm going to go ahead and go against the grain. I'm going to go with the Vikings on this one. 4 points. This will probably be a win by field goal type of game, and 4 points is that difference maker.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good take. I think that it could be a pretty close game. I still think the Texans are overrated. I think they've been overrated for years. We'll see, though. They have played some really tough teams, but we'll see. If they lose against the Vikings, George, you're going to have to stop drinking the Kool-Aid.
I will stop drinking the Kool-Aid with you.
Absolutely. Next game, we got the Cardinals versus the Carolina Panthers. The Cardinals, once again, everybody anointed them.
No. Just Jordan. There you go.
Jordan. No, a lot of people in the NFL media, in the media in general, come on. I mean, they absolutely anointed the Cardinals. You have people talking about MVP for their second-year quarterback.
He's playing like one.
Yeah, he was, but you don't do that after 2 weeks. That's the point, Lamar Jackson. So you just don't do it. You just don't do it that quick. Anyway, but with all that said, I like the Cardinals here. I like the Cardinals to go into Carolina, who's missing their star running back, I think, in a pretty big way. And so I think the Cardinals is the play here.
I actually played it on the money line like a little girl. I didn't want to lay the points, so I laid the money line early. But I think the Cardinals come back and get a win this week too. And the money line looks good.
Jordan?
Yeah, I love the Cardinals here. I think it's the play. I think Kyler Murray had an off game last week and really gave it away. And I think he steps back up in a big way against a pretty easy opponent and a very young, not very good defense that he'll be able to exploit.
No running back.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with
Mike Davis.
Give us some Kyler Murray and the Cardinals.
All right, we got Derek who commented here, and Derek asked us what's the play tonight. So, Derek, the play, what we think is obviously, I think if you're betting the line, me personally, I would probably go with the Jets. But we think the play is a deal that UWagers got going on here, and it's a guess the score for $2,000. You guess the score of this game, it's $2,000. I mean, betting it, quite honestly, the line, I would probably not touch this game because it's too unpredictable. But the most veteran prognosticator in our crew here is George. So, George, if you're laying money on this tonight, Jets, who you got?
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say the Jets. I wouldn't lay a lot of money, but if you're going to lay something, take the Jets.
No, I like the Broncos in the under.
Okay. So,
I mean, if I have to play it, I bet the under. I mean, if I'm betting the game, I would bet the under as well. But I think it's a game stay away. If you go bet the baseball game, you'll do better.
Derek, go and bet the score. I mean,
go bet the Dodgers. Go bet the Dodgers, Derek. Lay the money with Kershaw.
There you go. He's saying move it over to baseball for tonight. It'll probably be a better game anyway. But guessing the score is a fun bet. Guessing the score for the actual shitty game could be, you win 2 G's.
It's a free roll. How do you beat it? You got to go in there and get in there.
It's
3 to 5. I already told you.
Go check it out. Cool. All right, we got the Baltimore Ravens going to the Washington football team. Wow. I still can't deal with that. They need a freaking name. What's their name? Damn it.
Say my name.
Football team? I mean, what are we going to do? You name every team in the NFL, the Baltimore football team.
They're going to get whooped on this week. You can name them the whooping boys because the Ravens are going to take it out on them this week. They're going to take everything that went on against KC out on the whipping boys this week. So
I love
call them
Ravens,
the Washington whipping boys.
I love the Ravens here.
Yes,
that's all I gotta say is I love the Ravens. I don't care how many points it is. To George's point, they're going to be pissed and they're going to be motivated. And they'll win by probably 17, 20 points. Jordan, who you got here?
I agree with you, but I think that everybody's expecting them to be pissed and motivated, and that's kind of baked into the line. 13.5 points is a lot of points. Washington is missing their best pass rusher, so I expect them not to be able to get home, which is the one thing they've been able to do up until this point in the season well. So if I had to play it, it's the Ravens, but I'm staying away from it altogether.
Luke?
I agree with Jordan. I'd stay away from this game, but just off of the Ravens losing last week, I think they'll come back and have a pretty good game.
Yeah,
just throw that minus 900 money line into one of your parlays. Just throw it in there. You're not going to lose. That way you can tell your friends that you got a 5-teamer instead of a 4-teamer. It's all good.
Yeah, but it doesn't give you much value. That's for sure. If you want to really throw it in there,
get a 5-teamer instead of a 4-teamer. It's always fun.
Throw it in a teaser like the rest of the world's going to do. It'll be the most teased game of the weekend.
Absolutely. What's next? Cleveland Browns versus the Dallas Cowboys. This is going to be a good game. I think Cleveland has figured some things out here, which is great news for the Cleveland Browns fans that have been lied to for years and years and years. They're kind of like the politicians of the NFL. They continue to lie to you and give you hope. I think Cleveland's figured some things out. They're running the ball. They're leaning on those 2 stud running backs that they have. Finally, they have a coach that realized my quarterback is not that great. I'm just going to hand the ball off and let these guys do their thing, and take pressure off the defense, and it's working. Now, the Cowboys can score a lot of points here. I think the 4.5 is probably too many. So I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys here, and I think Dallas probably wins this game by 3 or 4 points. George, who you got?
I think Dallas is going to beat them up a little bit because they're going to make it a track meet, which Cleveland's not going to want to do. They're going to get behind. They're going to have to start throwing the ball, and he's going to throw the interceptions even to the crappy defense, and I see Dallas running it up.
That's a good point. They may make Baker Mayfield beat them, right? They'll stack up and say, okay, Baker's got to beat us. That would be the smart play here. Luke, who you got?
I'm going to go ahead and go with my team.
Of course you are.
Cowboys, Dallas all the way.
Okay, that's all the time you get. Jordan, go.
I agree with you. If the Browns can get out to a lead, I expect them to be able to run the ball. I don't see that happening. I see Dallas jumping on them quickly and Baker having to duel with Dak, and I don't see in any world Baker out-dueling Dak. It's just not going to happen. So give me the Cowboys here.
All right, very good. Next, we got the Indianapolis Colts versus the Bears. The Bears with Nick Foles at the helm. Nick Foles, starting quarterback, Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles at one time, is now taken over a pretty talented Chicago Bear team that when they are playing right, they can beat anybody. And I believe they're undefeated, aren't they? So the Colts have started to play well. I probably don't touch this game because it's too close, but if I have to pick one here, I am going to take probably the Bears. They're at home. Even though the home field advantage is not what it has been in the past due to COVID, taking the Bears here. George, who you got?
I'll agree with you and take the Bears. I think it's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a real hard-hitting game. It's going to be just smash mouth up front. But right now the Bears are riding high with Foles coming in there and winning the game from the fourth, him taking over the starting position. If I have to lean anyway, I lean with the Bears.
Jordan?
Look, there is no 3-0 team that's getting less respect than the Chicago Bears right now. And the comeback was decent. I think Nick Foles has been waiting for his shot. Nagy wanted Foles and has been waiting for Foles to come in there and really run this offense. I love Robinson and Miller in daily fantasy if you're playing it, and give me the Bears all day long here.
Lukachi.
2.5 points. We'll go ahead and go with the Bears and the points.
There you go.
Good football team over there.
All right. Next, we have the Seattle Seahawks headed to South Florida to play.
For all the fans out there, whenever we all pick the same side, take the other way. Easy money. Easy money.
Seattle Seahawks versus the Miami Dolphins. I'm actually surprised this line is not bigger. The Dolphins aren't really getting very much respect just yet. I guess they earned a little bit of respect last week when they pretty much blew out the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. I think this is the upset special of the week. I think Seattle, though very strong, is a bit overrated. I don't think they can throw the ball short. I think they give up a lot of pass yards. You've seen it to the Cowboys, and you saw it to Cam Newton as well. And I think that the Dolphins have a great coaching staff, and this will be a much closer game than people think. And I think I would bet the line here in the Dolphins. I'd take the points for sure, but I think the Dolphins are actually going to win this game. So, George, what do you think?
Well, I think Dolphins going to have that home field advantage with the Heat beating down Seattle. The 1 o'clock Sunday game is going to be hot as hell. Seattle cannot stop anyone throwing the ball. Fitzmagic's going to sit back there and be throwing it all over the field. I like a shootout. I go over 54 here all day.
Jordan?
I like the shootout as well. It's a tough game to call. I would have expected more points, honestly. Like 6.5 is a real tough line.
They can't defend the ball and throw, and that's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle's just super hot right now. They're looking really good. I expect more mistakes by Miami. I think it's going to be a relatively close game where Seattle pulls away at the end and wins by at least 10.
Wow.
I agree with Jordan on this one. Seattle Seahawks are a pretty phenomenal football team, so 6.5 points is not enough points.
Yeah, I just think the Dolphins match up well because what does Seattle do well? They throw a deep ball very well. Dolphins have 2 excellent corners. He made great adjustments last week. That is Brian Flores. And I think they'll be ready for that deep ball, and they're going to make them walk down the field slowly. Which Seattle
if they cover the deep ball, then Russ is going to run all over him. He's a hard guy to defend. Russell Wilson is the best quarterback in the game. He's the best quarterback in the game, and I'm very surprised you guys are both taking Miami over Russell Wilson.
A really impressive adjustments against the Jaguars doesn't match up to really impressive adjustments against the Seahawks. They have too many weapons and they can do too many things, and Russell Wilson improvises just way too well.
No, Russell Wilson is, in my opinion, the second best quarterback in the league right now. So
you put him behind Mahomes, huh?
Absolutely.
It's the argument everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
You can argue both sides. I can't fight that one.
Yeah, I mean, put it this way: Russell Wilson is great, but he can't do everything that Mahomes does, and Mahomes can do everything Russell Wilson does. But he can't do everything. He can't make some of those crazy.
I was going to question that too. I think he can do that.
No, he can't make some of those rollouts and throw it as far and as.
Russell Wilson is one of the best running out the pocket throwers in the game.
He's incredible. But I'm saying he can't do the look away, throw it across his body, suspended in the air.
Good. Russell Wilson, I'm glad is not going to do the look away. I'm glad.
Nobody throws a better deep ball that's just on the money to where only his guy can catch it 40 yards downfield in the corner of the end zone while running for his life than Russell Wilson.
We can fight. We can have this argument all day.
Yeah, let's debate later. That's my bad. I off track. We got the Saints versus the Detroit Lions. This is easy. I'm going to take the Saints to bounce back here. The Saints are going to get rolling after this game. I think this is a no-brainer. George?
I think the Saints are getting Michael Thomas back today. I think that's this weekend, so that's the big deal. If they get him back, I play him. If they don't get him back, I stay off him.
Jordan?
I like his analysis a lot, but give me the Saints either way, probably. Yeah. Love this game.
Luke?
Saints all the way.
All right. New York Giants versus the L.A. Rams. Yeah, the Rams are going to be upset after that blowing that lead in Buffalo. I don't know what the Giants are doing. I expected more from the Giants this year. I really did. I thought they would be better. Maybe they will get better as the season progresses here, but not this week. They're in Los Angeles. I think they lose this game by 13 or more. George?
I won't play the game. It's a lot of points. I mean, they are missing their number one running back. There's a lot of problems in New York, but 13 is just a ton of points.
It is. Jordan?
Love this game. Not concerned about the points at all. Once again, you throw the money line into your parlay, but I would play the Los Angeles minus 13. I haven't seen anything from the Giants this season. The only team I've seen less from this season is the Jets, and it's pretty close.
Luke?
Can't argue that.
Yeah, I like the Rams in this matchup. Giants, I don't know what they're doing this year, but Rams are going to win this by a lot.
All right. Well, then we got the Buffalo
Jones
Bills.
Experiment is almost over, is what we're saying. They're going for Lawrence there.
Yeah, we got the Buffalo Bills versus the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, who everybody anointed them too. They were the greatest thing in the world, and then the Patriots rolled in there and just freaking spanked them. You got the Bills versus the Raiders. I love the Bills here. I still think the Raiders are overrated. I think the Bills are for real. George, who you got here?
I like the Raiders. I think it's going to be a tough game, but I like the Raiders at home. I think it's going to be a hard-hitting, fun game to watch. It's the game for me to watch this week. I'll have that one on my TV. I take the Raiders, not for a lot. I haven't crowned the Bills like you guys have yet.
Jordan?
I'll take the Bills here, but I'm very interested to see if Ed Oliver is going to play a defensive tackle in the middle. The Raiders have a really good offensive line, and the Bills are going to need all their pieces up front to stop them. I think it still goes to the Bills, but I think I might stay away from it if he doesn't play.
Luke?
Ooh, I like the Bills in this matchup. If it was more points, I'd go Raiders by 3 points. I think they'll probably win by a touchdown if not 2.
Here you go. All right, we got the New England Patriots versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I think those of you who watch this show know how I feel about the Kansas City Chiefs. I do think the line is too big, but if I lay off this game, I don't touch it. But if I was actually going to play it, I would probably take the Chiefs for sure. George, who you got here?
I take New England in this game. I think it's going to be the best game to watch of the week. Cam Newton is getting it done every week. One way or the other, he gets it done. I like Patriots in this game in a spot for the Kansas City to look past maybe.
Yeah, I do think that this is the game that tells us if New England's for real or not. I think if they show up and it's really close and they lose by 10 points or so, I think you got to say they're for real. But this is their true litmus test right here. Jordan, who you got?
I'm staying off of this game completely, although it's extremely intriguing. I think that Belichick can win a coaching matchup there, but I'm not ready to bet against the Chiefs after what I saw him do to the Ravens last week. I don't think that's a good bet, so I'm laying off.
Luke?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give this one to the Chiefs. It's a hard game to try to figure out, so we'll see what happens.
Philadelphia Eagles versus the San Francisco 49ers. Wow. I don't touch this game with a 10-foot pole. I mean, this is a really hard one to pick because the Niners are banged up. But you know what? Niners got a great coach. The Eagles can't win. The Eagles suck right now. George has been saying it. We've been kind of living in their recent history of winning the division last year and winning a Super Bowl. But, man, they're really bad right now. So I would pick the Niners here, but I wouldn't touch the game. George?
I'm hoping that Philly brings in the rookie this week and we get to see the rookie play. I think it's a game to stay away betting, but I'm hoping to see the rookie get in there. What do they have to lose? Bring the rookie in and let's see Philly start moving the ball down the field.
That's interesting. Jordan?
I mean, this is like the injury bowl right here. The Eagles had one healthy pass catcher left out in their wide receiver core, and they're looking for other people to bring in. Expect a lot of tight ends, but Goldbert's also injured. And let's not even go into the fact that the 49ers are missing their entire team. So, yeah, staying away from it. Neither of these teams are going anywhere. Who knows which direction it'll go in.
Luke?
Yeah, I agree with Jordan on that one. So if I had to pick this game, I'd probably pick the 49ers because the Eagles are just terrible, but I'd stay away from this one.
Atlanta Falcons versus the Green Bay Packers. I mean, what can you say about the Falcons? I mean, every week they give up a huge lead in the fourth quarter. You got to put that on the coach, and he's still there. I got the Packers here all the way, and I would actually I would lay money on this game. Atlanta is a hot mess, and you have to think now psychologically every time they get a lead, they're playing scared. And I think Atlanta's done. I think the coach has got to go, and I think Green Bay rolls them. George?
This is my 2-team parlay game. You take the Packers and over and cash it easily. They're going to run up 70 points in this game, but Green Bay is going to beat them by at least 2 touchdowns.
Jordan?
Yeah, I completely agree. The Packers are on fire with something to prove, but I do like Falcons traditionally have played the Packers tough. I like both of these teams' ability to score points. The Falcons will put up points in this game, so the over 57 definitely the play.
They're going to put up 188 points, and then they're going to give up 189 points in the fourth quarter. That's exactly what's going to happen every week. It's almost guaranteed. Anyway, final words, Big George.
Well, it's all go Dodgers. You see, I got my 1988 shirt on. Dodgers.
Yeah.
Last time the Dodgers and the Lakers won the championship. Looks like the Lakers are going to win it this year. Miami just basically hurt themselves out of the playoffs. So I think the Lakers are going to sweep and the Dodgers will pick it up and it'll be about 1988 again. And you guys might see me dance.
Luke?
I don't have anything. If anything, tonight,
okay.
$1 bet. Guess the score and win 2K.
There you go. Jordan?
So much money to be made right now. Love the Lakers winning it out there for Kobe. It's going to happen. It'll be a sweep or a gentleman's sweep. Put your money on it, and a lot of money to be made in the NFL this week. A lot of good games.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Our little show here has grown very fast. We want to thank everybody who likes, shares, comments, and watches the show. We appreciate it. We have a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipeline here. Stay tuned. We're going to post in the YTS forum the winners from the competition for the comments. Peace out. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Peace. Go Kershaw. Peace.